winning Le Mans in the top class, for sure, a dream for me.
For this one, thankfully, because he got right out of the car and he was okay.
There's no doubt that you pushed for the win.
Yeah, everything on those microphones. Have to be careful.
Yeah, we were really looking forward to the 2023 season after last year. With relatively little competition, Toyota had to really step up their game because new arrivals like Ferrari arriving and taking the fight to them. So that's the one thing we loved the thought of, and we weren't let down in the slightest. It's been brilliant to watch Hypercar category grow, but the competition up and down the grid as well has been phenomenal. I've been waiting for this moment. Can Ferrari beat Toyota in qualifying?
Boom, to the top.
Well,
1:45.0.
It's okay.
Thanks. Antonio Fuoco, the man on pole position as Ferrari returns to top flight sports car racing for the first time in 50 years.
Well done, man.
I really babied the rear for the first 2 laps, and then finally I...
Yeah, same. Yeah. Oh, you paid the dinner, huh?
Hey, sorry. Thanks for that. Honestly, I think the way I brought the tyres in, I got them ready together. I had to look after the rears big time. But...
And the option to have a cool down lap and then to push again?
I'm not convinced. I think I would have lost the peak. Yeah, I think I would have lost the peak actually.
We saw through free practice, we thought we had an advantage. And then, yeah, when Ferrari took that first pole position, it was a bit of a knock, a bit of a wiggly tooth, let's say. Okay, we fought back in the race. We showed that the race is a very different thing. But what was clear that they turned up with a very fast race car from the word go.
We know that the car was quite okay in terms of speed. We have some races, but when you are alone, it's difficult to judge exactly the lap time and the performance. Then actually, not immediately we were thinking about Le Mans. Of course, because the car was so new that in terms of reliability was a huge question mark. Then when we realized that one strong point of the car was the straight line speed, we started thinking that in Le Mans it could have a chance.
I'll never forget those images of, for the first time in my lifetime, seeing so many top flight hypercars, the pinnacle of sports car racing, the prototypes, all going for it, line astern. There were 6, 7, 8 of them, all in line. You never knew who was going to win this race for the first couple of hours. It was neck and neck, nose to tail. Everyone had their share of leading this race, whether it was Cadillac, Porsche, Peugeot, they were in the mix, Toyota, Ferrari, they were all rotating.
How's your Le Mans hangover?
I flew to Canada, Montreal, like 1 day off. Yeah, the night of Monday. Yeah, 1 day.
Wow.
Straight to the jet lag.
Just dreaming for 1 week off. Nothing, zero at all.
Destroyed. 5-6 days. I don't know how you went to Canada.
I mean, I don't know.
I was destroyed. It was more physically no problem.
Yeah.
Mentally, I was completely gone.
After the last restart, when I was not able to restart, then I look at the screen, I restart, then I look at the screen, I saw them, they were like this, One was
moment was the
worst
time
part
of my
yeah,
life.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
And then honestly, because I restart, I was laughing a bit looking down. And I see because there is a delay in the footage. That's why I saw you. I saw you like this. I was like, oh, look at the guys.
We had a briefing before the race, and the guy said, "Okay, you've got like a 38% chance of the car actually finishing." In testing, we'd only ever done 8 hours in a row before the car stopped. So, first of all, we expected the car to break down. And it didn't. The car was perfect throughout the whole race, okay, other than the last hour where we had a start issue.
Okay, man, so just as before, make sure you go full throttle, pull the clutch, press the start button. Only when the engine has started, you slowly release the clutch.
The car was so quiet in this moment that I was able to hear in the speaker in French that he was screaming about Ferrari something. I didn't understand exactly what he was saying, but for sure I can imagine that he was explaining that the leader was not restarting, and that was not a nice moment.
La Ferrari numéro 51, pour l'instant calée devant son stand, alors que la Toyota numéro 8 est à 2 minutes 39.
So I tried to stay calm, doing my job. I knew what to do, and I repeat exactly what I did, all the sequences that I did like 3 hours before. I was ready even to push the car to restart because you cannot lose Le Mans 20 minutes to go.
That was the worst thing ever because, you know, at that point in the race, you realise that you've got a chance to win. It's only the end that you realise maybe we can win this. And then when you're hoping that the car, well, the problem was the car had a problem. You know, we knew it didn't start a few hours before. And that was the last pit stop. So I remember Bertolini was by my side saying, "Don't worry, it's going to start. There's a procedure and stuff." But I was thinking, what if it doesn't? What if it doesn't? That just goes to show how tense this race is and how much it means to us. So I think any other driver in that position would have done the same in any team. It's just we want to win.
Yeah, this is definitely the best moment. You know, before was the worst moment, this is definitely the best one. You know, I spoke with so many people that actually in that moment you don't feel, you know, what is happening there, you know, what you did, what you realize in the end. But then when you see this with this video, the picture, you know, that from that moment you just feel, you know, the emotion and what you did so far, what you did in the past to arrive there, you know, to be a Ferrari driver, to be in Le Mans with that car, to achieve that result, you know, is something magical. And we say before, for sure it was an historic moment. You know, the podium of Le Mans is difficult to describe, you know, the moment when you are there, see the people down there. Was a lot of red, there were a lot of Ferrari, the Italian item. So many details that came in my head that I will never forget in my life.
Probably was some contact was wise. You were on it. You had the purple sector on your left drive.
Whatever reason, I must not.
You had to push. You might not have 1 second. I mean, you might not have one first anyway. Your second, you should be proud. But
Congratulations. Well done, Congratulations.
I understand.
So it was tough one.
There's no doubt that you pushed for the win.
Yeah, at least I tried.
We went for it. We went for wins.
I struggled to watch it. Maybe this was my first time to watch it. But yeah, I think it was just it's hard to remember it. But just glad to some words from Christensen, you know, the legend in Le Mans.
And I think a centenary is the key to look back. Look back at the history heritage, celebrate the history heritage of this great race. So many fantastic memories, some dramas, a lot, even worse, has come out. This is a race which really takes bravery. intelligence, teamwork, team spirit.
Hard time just after the race. I mean, next to a few days was difficult. Difficult to even wake up from the bed. But that was definitely the toughest moment in my life.
That's good, that's good. Oh, yeah, that's good. Oh, yes, come on, Brandon. Yeah. Yes. Come on. He's not done. We need a big break. A big break.
Everything on those microphones. Have to be careful.
No, he's coming back. Come on, Brandon! Yes! Got it!
We've been fighting each other very hard off the track for the last years, but we have a really strong relationship between the 6 drivers. Other teammate, you could see Alex in the video there as well. He's part of the driver crew actually, even if he's not racing anymore. And yeah, I think it is quite special what we have in this team between the 2 cars. And other teams I've been in, it hasn't been like that. Yes, we want to beat each other, but off track, tonight we're going to be having dinner together. We laugh, we joke. We're pretty open with the information, and yeah, it's a really nice team spirit.
No, but you
They have already.
No, diet.
We have nothing. Nothing.
It's Seb. It never used to happen before you became the boss.
It's a long race.
Everyone has a cushion.
Yeah.
And Luis has to sit on the. Seriously.
Were you not on a cushion?
No.
No one is a gentleman on this table.
I wonder why Jose had to.
Kom Fabio.
Hast du dir verdient?
Yeah. I still need to cry and my words are still missing, because for me it's better this race than the Le Mans 66 or a Hollywood movie. Because as it started after 15 minutes of the race, I thought my race is over. At the first driver change, we stopped really early due to a long safety car. And then I jumped out of the car and got run over by the Corvette. And we had to hide it, that no one finds it out, that I can finish the race. After the race, the first thing at home was going to the hospital to check my foot. And 3 middle foot bones were broken. So it was quite properly done, but somehow with the adrenaline I didn't really felt anything. It tops everything I ever experienced before, and it's I think that will stay for my whole life.
Filme bien. Parce que là. Allez Polo.
Il a été long à venir quand même, ce podium, il aurait pu venir un petit peu avant, il y a eu 2-3 petits grains de sable qui sont venus embêter tout ça. Donc ça fait du bien pour l'équipe, ils bossent énormément. C'était un moment très important dans la saison. qui a permis une belle dynamique aussi, hein, parce qu'on a eu quand même un beau Le Mans, même si c'est pas fini comme on aurait aimé, mais on a eu un beau Le Mans. Derrière, avoir ce podium à Monza, c'était voilà, c'était quelque part la petite cerise sur le gâteau, puisqu'il donne le petit coup de pouce supplémentaire pour avoir envie d'aller chercher encore autre chose. On sait que c'est là, on peut le toucher du bout des doigts. Maintenant, il faut bosser.
Oh, spot.
Oh, the Canada is a big one in the Rouge, big one!
It's Renger being Renger.
All right. Didn't see that one coming. No, I know. You'll be all right. Yep. He wants in June. We'll get that one. Yep.
So when you watch an accident like that and you just think, okay, just get out of the car. Like whatever you do, get out of the car. And he did, which is thankful. And gosh, I tell you, Renger took a couple hits this year, and I told him, I texted him after the last one at Mosport. I said, if I have to text you one more time and ask you if you were okay, I'm gonna be mad next time. And he just laughed. He's like, no, I'm fine, I'm fine. It's important, I think, to remind people that we're gonna have setbacks every once in a while. Some of them are gonna be quite big, like that one. But as long as we all stick together and we support each other, we're gonna make it to the next one and we're gonna be that much stronger. And I think we are. I think you can see how we've progressed throughout the year. We've had quite a few moments that we look back and we go, oof, that wasn't very fun, now was it? But we learned from it, we grew, and because we had that shared experience together, we knew that we could tackle anything.
You stay in the car, off, engine off. Don't smash it, we're going to change it next, don't smash it.
Yeah, radio check. Fuck, man. You don't ask the right question. Ask me the question and I can tell you yes or no.
We were not able to hear you at all. We had zero com.
No, yes or no. I can tell you yes or no, and you don't ask me the right question.
He stopped here. He stopped out T1. He stopped.
The car is stopped.
So if you do post cycle now, hybrid off, ignition off, main off, and go again.
I'm trying to tell you something.
Yeah,
but if you ask me question, is it dash? Is it steer? And then I can say yes or no with something.
Yeah, but I didn't.
Comms, we need to be way better on. There's ways I can tell you yes and no. And if you just ask me questions and I say no, or I say
you can't say yes or no.
Yes, because then when they were asking you to do the molding.
If we were creative enough, there would have been ways for me to tell you what the problem is.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna go again, come on. No, I know, man.
You can use your brain. We are teammates.
What did I do?
I'm sitting behind you for 10 laps, not complaining about it. And then you come 1 lap, complain about it. Come on.
I didn't complain, man.
You were 1 lap behind me, it's swap. I was like behind you,
fuel saving. The first thing I said,
tires,
Robin, the first thing I said is I'm far away, don't ask him now.
Whatever you said, man, it's like it's ridiculous.
I think there is much more mental, not game, but mental approach that many people think. You know, you have to share the car, you have to share the opinions, you have to help each other. You know, depending on the track condition, depending on the track characteristic, depending on if someone is feeling better, you know, is a much more complex, I think, process. And in the end, you have to also try to put yourself in the situation of your teammates and try to understand their necessities and what altogether will bring you in the fastest way to the finish. But I think performance in endurance is important, but there is many more factors which are maybe even more important than this.
Okay, mate, if you can let the sister car go, they are quicker at the moment.
They are not quicker. I have traffic. Sometimes you get up, sometimes you don't.
All right, mate, we have to open up the gap or you're going to hear me again.
For me, race here is really fun because sometimes you overtake cars 6-7 times a lap, you know, and it's always action in a lap, in a stint. Then you have the driver change, you need to share the car with another 2 teammates.
Pakistan, 14th?
Midnight.
No, starting driver.
Starting.
Okay. Go after you. After go to you.
Ah,
we can change.
Okay, change.
Okay.
The problem is the first lap, so I'll be destroyed.
Mate, don't care. It's long race.
Our car is not even starting. What? We had sorry man, we had a leak on the power steering and they had to replace it. You're kidding. And we did not make it to the grid. So now we start after everybody's gone. Ready to go.
Yeah, big race. Only one winner.
You see how the rear wing position of the Cadillac is fixed. They do the downforce adjustment on the front.
You sure?
Yeah, let me show you. The flap is a lot lower than us, and the advantage with that, you can change it during the pit stop. It's very fast. Huh?
We have to ask them.
I think it's always funny that I have a joke. So I've had the opportunity to work with many different teams, and sometimes teams that are racing the same product, but they're racing against each other. And it always makes me laugh because I say that I could take the engineer's notebook from both teams and switch it. And they would pick up their notebook and they'd read through it and they go, "This is stupid," and throw it down. That's just, everyone has their own ways that they do things. And I think when you build and design a car and you make decisions like what are you doing with your aero and how do you want to optimize things, what aero device do you want to use, it's all going to be very specific to the use case for what you're trying to do and then looking at integrating the whole package. So it's only going to make sense for your car.
You know, the only difference for me was trying to manage the electronics. There's more controls on the steering wheel that we need to change, and to understand how the car works is definitely more complex. And the fact that there's a lot more people in the team, you know, that you need to be able to talk with to try and find that, you know, perfect setup for the race. So driving, it just feels like a Ferrari, a typical Ferrari, which I've obviously used to for the last 10 years. And yeah, no big step. I think within 5 to 10 laps, all of us were within, you know, a decent lap time.
Quand il y a quelque chose de nouveau qui arrive dans notre vie, voilà, même si on essaye de paraître peut-être très très fort de l'extérieur et d'être toujours sûr de soi, etc. Il y a des moments où on doute, où c'est pas ne pas être sûr de nos capacités. Je pense enfin moi en tout cas, je savais que j'allais y arriver, etc. Mais de se dire, ok, est-ce que je vais être là direct? Est-ce que sur la première course, je vais pas faire une connerie? Je vais pas mal juger une situation ou perdre trop de temps dans le trafic parce que je vais être trop safe. Donc c'est des questions qu'on se pose sur la performance et après sur notre capacité à faire une bonne course, prendre les bonnes décisions au bon moment. Et ouais, au final, on a des doutes. Ouais. On n'est pas Superman tous les jours.
La 8, elle remonte.
I think once they have number player, let me try, let me challenge the Porsche.
You should let him try to pass, in my opinion. Because Jose, in my opinion, he damaged the tire.
Prepare to swap position in turn 10. If there is no traffic, turn 10 swap position.
What is this call?
Was no discussion. We have to reverse the order.
Okay, Dio, you're free to attack, but don't take too much risk. Think about the championship.
Quand on associe deux noms comme Porsche et Penske, les attentes sont là, il faut gagner dès la première course. Cette année d'apprentissage, on va dire qu'elle peut être là et il faut qu'on s'en serve, mais les attentes, au final, sont la gagne, quoi. Il faut gagner. Donc on a essayé de faire... de gravir les échelons et d'être de plus en plus près le plus vite possible, même si c'est frustrant et c'est pas toujours facile à vivre. Je pense qu'il y a des avantages à en tirer et il va falloir qu'on capitalise par rapport à ce qu'on a appris cette année. Mais c'est sûr que j'ai pas gagné une course, je crois, depuis 1 an et demi. Et, ouais, ça faisait longtemps que ça m'était pas arrivé, donc c'est dur.
Non, mais déjà quand on se bat contre eux, c'est plus qu'on pensait.
Je pense quand ils sont bons,
Toyota were the benchmark. Everybody knew that they're the ones with the target on their back, that they were all gunning for. And we expected more competition. We certainly got more competition. But Toyota would rise to the challenge and take that fight at Le Mans. They didn't win, but they didn't go down without a fight, which I really enjoyed watching, this new, rekindled fighting spirit within the team that we haven't seen since the Porsche and Audi days in LMP1. So it was great to see that the team still can fight very hard after a couple of dry years of competition. I think that's what I take away from this year.
Tight button, and you are not giving away anything. You know, I have been racing in many categories in my life, in sprint races, and the approach was much more conservative than on 6, 10, 12, 24-hour race. We have been competitive all the way. We have been very consistent. Of course, we did have better days, worse days, but we always kind of stay focused, and in bad days we managed to recover pretty well. Honestly, if I think about generally my 3 years in endurance racing, 2 years in WEC last year and this year, it has been a good years for me.
Just both front and rear at the end of a stint, everything's a little greasy, just sliding everywhere. Anything else? If you have a prototype that gets you offline, you are for a half a lap.
The other champ.
Hey, world champion right here.
Nice work, Ben.
Thank you.
We still got 2 more races to play,
That's
too.
That's right. Corvette Racing has never had a customer. They've never run in GT-AM. They only know GT Pro, and there's a big difference. Most of the bronze drivers out here, we're paying to be here, and we're here for having fun. And so a lot of the teams have to cater to that idea of we're here to have fun. With Corvette Racing, we're here to win. I had a bad driver change at Sebring. I cost us 5 seconds in a pit stop. And man, the team was really upset with me because I cost the team 5 seconds in a pit stop, and it was my fault.
belts are so difficult. Si on regarde par rapport à la concurrence, on fait une très belle saison. On est deuxième du championnat du monde à la régulière. On n'a clairement pas volé cette deuxième place. La concurrence est extrêmement élevée cette année. Les courses ne sont plus les mêmes. On a beaucoup plus de neutralisation. On a des safety cars beaucoup plus longs avec le pass-around. Et donc ça change toute la morphologie des courses. On va vers un modèle qui est différent, un modèle en fait où tout le monde reste pacté jusqu'à la fin de la course. Mais ça demande pour les teams plus européens, les teams plus habitués à la course comme ça, à l'ancienne, j'ai envie de dire maintenant. Ça demande de s'adapter, mais on a juste vu qu'en fait il y a une voiture qui a dominé tout en GT cette année par rapport à ça, c'est la Corvette, c'est la seule voiture qui a réussi à être de façon si consistante sur les podiums, et c'est un team américain.
We are the last winners in GT class. Bravo. Great job.
Oh, well done. Thanks, David, Mark, Sarah, and Mark. Finally! Yes!
Terminer cette saison en beauté, c'est aussi une façon de préparer la prochaine. Il y a pas mal de choses qui vont changer l'année prochaine pour le WEC, pour le team, pour la façon dont ça va s'organiser. Et du coup, terminer sur quelque chose de bien, ça nous permet de nous lancer dans 2024 avec le bon état d'esprit.
Hey, world champion right here.
Nice work, Ben.
Thank you. It's been a fairy tale season. We've been strong competitors. You know, we've had a lot of races where we weren't the fastest car, but we were able to win. To be a car dealer racing in a car that I sell back home in Texas, is something special. To stand at the top step at Le Mans, listening to the American national anthem in front of 300,000 fans, it just doesn't get any better than that. It's been a really, really special year. There'll never be anything like it.
Corvette Racing Team, coming.
It's going to be even more intense next year with BMW, Lamborghini, Alpine, to name a few, joining the mix, and the more teams, more drivers out there, the more competition. And these teams and chassis have been racing elsewhere as well, say IMSA, for example. So they're not brand new cars joining WEC anymore, like we had in 2023. So I expect globally the competition to be much stronger going into next year. It's not going to be maybe quite the sea change we had coming into 2023, but maybe the competition can be even closer, and I'm all up for that.
Everyone done a great job this week. I think through the season, it's a fantastic result. I think this is really, we have to be proud of ourselves, and we have to be really thanks for supporting from Japan, the partner. I think all the support makes us proud here. And I think now we won the World Championship as a team title. And we need to enjoy this moment, right?
After being here for so long, some people would argue we didn't have the competition, which we do now, and I think it's normal that we had that competitive edge, and we flexed our muscles from drivers being consistent, strategy, mechanics, engineers, the pit stops. Everything's been finely tuned. We set the reference, and the other guys have been catching very quick, and we're the biting at the heels. Okay, Ferrari took Le Mans. You see it every pit stop practice. You see the other teams there watching. Everyone's obviously taking note of what we've been doing. We set that reference high, but everyone's coming.
One team!